All right. So last session you have seen about application load balancer, correct? Okay, so last session we have seen about application load balancer. And now we see about auto scaling. Okay, how?
It's not classic application load balancer. There's something on network load balancer.
Yeah, that I will tell.
Later.
Let's see about auto scaling. Auto scaling is very important feature for recovering of servers, and he will recover the server from failures. I'm going to show you live example about how he recovered the server from failures, and why it is so important for us for recovery purpose. Take one example. Suppose you are in some production environment and you are running very important servers. So let's consider, see, this auto scaling is a feature. He is tightly integrated with two components, CloudWatch and Elastic Load Balancer. I'll show you an example. So here we have EC2, and there you have option of auto scaling and launch configuration. Okay, so this feature is it has been given for high availability. There are high availability for instance. One is images, and another one is auto scaling. So images already you have seen how to take image and how to recover and all. But you are going to see now how auto scaling function. See, consider you have a AWS account, and this is your. Do you have some servers running on specific regions? Here we have two methods of managing auto scaling. So you are in US West 2 region, okay? And this whole instance running without auto scaling. So that is straight away from AMI console. We have logged, and here we have no auto scaling feature. So you have some Windows servers, Linux, or some important servers running. So this is one few machines which is running with no auto scaling feature. But even though CloudWatch will give him monitoring process. Okay, there is a one more thing we have. Suppose you want to run some instance inside auto scaling, so you have to create a group that is called AS group. And inside auto scaling group, you have to create a launch configuration. Under the launch configuration, we have to create auto scaling groups like this is web server group, or which is database server group, like that. So, and then you inside this you have to run your AMI console. So here inside this you have to run AMI console, and there you have to run your instance under the auto scaling groups. So here you can attach Elastic Load Balancer and CloudWatch. So it is recommended that you have to attach Elastic Load Balancer along with your auto scaling group. So as soon as you launch instance inside your auto scaling, the auto scaling will place the instance inside this ELB. And when your ELB says that that the particular instance is dead, or it is out of service, or due to health checks failures, the auto scaling will stop, remove the old one, and with the same configuration, with the same OS and other settings, it will replace new one. Okay, like that it will do. So, and one more thing you have to understand here, that auto scaling feature, in order to get CloudWatch to monitor your instance, you have to create auto scaling policy. You have to write auto scaling policy, and why the scale, and to have two scaling policy for this. One is increase scaling policy, and one is decrease. Okay, so one is increase scaling policy, one is decrease scaling policy. So you have to write these two scaling policies, and then you have to. So suppose you have given 30% threshold for increase and 20% threshold for decrease. What he will do, if your one of the server cross 30% means what he will do, he will stop one instance and he will add one more instance. If you cross the 30, if the next one is, if instance cross the 20% of threshold, and what he will do, he will also remove one instance and add one new instance. Like that, he will adjust the capacity like that. But I will give some timings like 5 minutes, and here also I will give 5 minutes. So if instance keep on showing the maximum increase scaling policy, if instances keep on showing 30% threshold and keep on showing the 30% threshold for within for maximum 5 minutes, then automatically he will stop one again and add one instance. Like that, it will give it, then again without.
You were talking about memory. 30% of memory is completed,
I
or what?
no, I can write a scaling policy for any many things like CPU utilization, for network, for storages, like that, anything.
Okay.
Because but it I can write the threshold policy for any component, like for hardware, for software, for network, and for storage, maybe anything. So based on that, if I given the storage a threshold for that 30%, and if the storage reach 30%, then keep on showing the 30% of threshold for continuously for 5 minutes, then he will take that action.
Okay.
And next one is who this scaling policy you are writing for which AWS component, for this only CloudWatch, and you are attaching the scaling policy for, inside your auto scaling group. So then who will monitor who will monitor the scaling policy? CloudWatch will monitor, and when he crossed and when he be like this and he crossed the threshold limit, then CloudWatch will automatically communicate auto scaling and he will take necessary action.
So it could say we have three instances.
Okay.
It has reached the threshold. It will increase to the fourth instance or it will decrease?
No, he will replace. Replacing only the threshold will come down now.
So now the capacity hasn't got increased, right? The same
Capacity will be like that only, but the threshold will come 0. I have written 30% of threshold should not cross. If he crossed, means that instance should stop. What he will do, he will stop, he will start again, new one. That threshold will always less than 30. Again he go above 30 and keep it for 5, again he will stop and start like that.
At any point, number of instances will not increase.
Number of instances will increase while you increasing the group. Okay, so we have auto scaling group, the group size increase.
But it will be replaced with the old instance.
Correct. It will be replacing old, and in auto scaling, you never get instance terminated.
So you can't connect with the old instance, right? When the new instance is.
I don't need my old instance. I want my data. That's all. Data and application, voice settings, that will all obviously will come back. Only this external settings will change, like instance ID, public IP will change. Other things exactly will come same as my old machine. So let us show two examples with ELB and without ELB. Okay. So first, let us show you without ELB. Okay. How to write, how this auto scaling will perform its operations.
Instance code, but later for the and IP rating or ISP information.
The instance is replaced. You have separate key that will be all automatically configured to the same ASP.
Okay, so let you see here about how to configure auto scaling without any elastic load balancer. Then I will create load balancer and then I'll show you. First you select the region. Okay, so now I'm not going to launch instance like this. Like this, I'm not going to launch. Or this is not the procedure way. But even though if you're launching instance like this, and there is no worry, here we have that option to attach it. Okay, but I'm not coming like that. I'll be go like this. First I create the launch configuration. See this launch configuration, and this launch configuration you have to keep create for only one time. Next time you're going to suppose you have deleted your auto scaling group. Again, you can copy this launch configuration, create another group. No need to create again. But in my example, I have not. I don't have anything here, so I'm going to create a new one. So there we have let launch configuration. So he will take me to this screen, create a launch configuration, and he will ask me to select the OS. You know, some people how they will how they will run auto scaling, even though they're not believing auto scaling, they will launch instance first, then they will take the image. That image they will put it in auto scaling. Like that also we can do it. Okay, but I have not taken an image. I'm believing. So now let me launch AMI Linux, and now here the name. So I'm going to give like auto scaling 1. This is a launch configuration. This is web server GRP1, and he's asking if you want to IAM role, you want to attach it for that instance, you can attach it. But right now I don't want details. There we have, if you want to register this with this particular virtualization, any virtualization platform, you can give kernel ID or RAM disk, but I don't want, I will leave default. So now I am going to give Apache web server content there. So suppose you have some site running on S3 bucket also, you can put it here. Suppose you have any site, but I don't have. So I'm going to give so yum install httpd-y, and there we got service httpd start, and then we have check config. Okay, httpd. Okay, there I have left one option. And web server. So that. .html, and now I have done. So now you can see asking you, I want a public IP for those machines running in my default VPC or for every instance. So that default option I'm going to use the first one. Storage, and if you want to create a new security group, you can create, otherwise attach with existing security groups. So now launch configuration is completed. I have the key file. And then now he's asking you to create an auto scaling group. So this is GRP1, a number of instances. I'm starting with 1. Okay, you can start from 2, 3, 4, something like this. And since auto scaling have ability to run on multiple availability zone, so this means if instance corrupted or terminated in this availability zone, maybe he will restore it here or here. That I can't exactly say. And next one is if your availability zone fails, like 2A, 2B, 2C, anything fails, and you are running some instance on that particular availability zone, so he will restore it and keep it in another availability zone. Okay, that is why auto scaling is more benefit. And since your wish, you can give availability zone at least one or maybe two or maybe three. So I'm going to select all. There we have, if you have elastic load balancer, attach it here. He will just click on that. If you have created, he will show you that elastic load balancer here itself. If you have any classic load balancer or application load balancer, means you have to create a target groups, and that target group will be shown here. But right now I'm not created, so it will be empty. Now health checks will be done by who? EC2. If you attach elastic load balancer, the elastic load balancer will do the health checks instead of EC2. Okay. Right now I don't have, so leave it. Later I'll tell you how to do. Now is a very, very important point location, scaling policy. As I asked you, you can have scaling policy. So I'm going to give one of 5 machines. So maximum scale between one, maximum how many machines can be in the group? 5. So now it's asking you to write the scaling policy. Let me write the scaling policy. Increase group size and decrease as she asked me about this only. And since you can attach SNS notification to get all the events, so let me configure SNS notification for that particular region. So where is that? Simple notification service. So open the proper mail ID. Go to your SNS topic. Already subscription done. One is already pending, but I don't know. So that's the mail ID. Hello AWS Hunter, gmail.com. So go to your topics, create a topic. So auto scalings. So click on this and then subscribe to topic. There we have email and paste it. So there I'll get one mail. So subscribe it. Subscription done. Go to subscription and just confirm. Now click on this. See, automatically it will attach it. Okay, that's the notification. Okay, so now it's asking you whenever, like for loop, whenever average, minimum, maximum sum. So I'm going to average of CPU utilization, discrete or something. I'm going to CPU utilization, and I'm going to give the threshold of 80. Okay, 80 or maybe 30. So here threshold is set by CloudWatch, correct? And how many minutes I'm giving consecutively period of 1 minute. Keep on show 30% of threshold, and he will raise alarms, and then auto scaling will take action. Okay, I don't know where is auto scaling keeping this backup of the server. We don't know. Somewhere he keeps the backup of this server. What are the data you have stored, application, all the settings. Somewhere he will keep. So when time of scaling policy, your instance goes against scaling policy, then CloudWatch will trigger auto scaling. Auto scaling bringing back that backup again. He launching the machine. Okay, and where he's storing that backup, that is we don't know. That is story here and there.
What does consecutive period of 1 minute means?
See, if instance reached 30% of CPU threshold, So this is, we have less than or greater than like that. So I'm giving more than 30. So if consecutively this 30% threshold keep on showing for 1 minute, like within 1 minute, it may come down. Also, if within 1 minute, if the ratio is come down, the threshold is come down like 25 to 20, then he will not raise alarms and the auto scaling will not take any action. If
Okay.
keep on showing for see they have given after for 5 minutes like that. So suppose they have given maximum 5 minutes. So within 5 minutes that threshold has to be come down. If it is not coming down and keep on showing the threshold above 30% for consecutively period of 5 minutes, then he will take action. So if I say if I say very simple terms, how much time will should give that instance when he crossed the threshold? Okay, so you give in 1 minute. 1 minute is so he will wait for 1 minute to come down. Within 1 minute is not coming down, then he will raise alarms. That is how the consecutive periods. And what I'm telling him, add one instance. Correct. So when you are reaching, okay, now this is decrease. Decrease means I'll give less than equal to, I'm going to give 20. 20. Okay, so this is also I'm going to give for 5 minutes or something like that, 5 minutes, and see the 20 is already set at create alarms. Right. And what I'm telling him, what I'm going to remove. So that is, so this is a scaling policy. You can see the default time 300 seconds, 5 minutes, but you can also set the timings less than 5 minutes. So we scale between 1 to 5 instances. So like this you can provide and click notification. And this notification, hello AWS gmail.com, which is already set here. So you will get all launch, terminate, all messages, all mail to that mail ID. Okay, so now text. So name, I'm going to give recovery. Review, and that's all. I have created auto scaling group. I successfully created. So upon creation, what will happen, go to your instance on that particular region. There I got a mail telling me I have successfully created auto scaling group. Okay. So there you can see one instance will run because see it's running. Because what is the size of the group? Minimum?
Maximum 5 million.
Yeah, maximum 5, minimum 1. Desire is 1, okay. But if you're really struggling with this, you can also edit and changes the capacity. See the activity history. So one instance is running successfully, and here we go successfully, and that tag will also come. Okay, now go and copy and run this machine. I should get the content, which I already deployed Apache. Okay. And now what he's doing. He just keep CloudWatch keep monitoring that one. Okay, based on the scaling policy. So if he crossed the limit, then you can see it will automatically stop. So either I need to make him cross the limit, or he has to cross the limit, or I need to put some workload, heavy workload to cross. Okay, so let I put him pressure. Okay, let I put him pressure. Let he himself stop, and he will start new one. Okay, and how to watch that? You have to set alarms in your CloudWatch. Okay, no problem. I will put pressure in. Launch it with one of my machine.
The class level. Sorry.
So, and one more thing here, I can show you a recovery as usual also. Say suppose, uh, just think, unfortunately it is deleted. Not even, see, auto scaling will recover the instance maybe based on scaling policy, may not be based on scaling policy. Unfortunately, I have terminated this machine. Unfortunately, I'm telling unfortunately. Okay, this is, I have not deleted based on the scaling policy what I written. Unfortunately, when I terminate, you can see now they will give one notification instance has been, or this is a launch one. Okay, so now you can, I'll get, see all that activity will be recorded here. Okay, so see, let him terminate. He's now shutting down. After 50 seconds or 30 seconds of time he will take, and he will launch another new one with the same setting, same configuration, everything same. You can see. Okay, so still it is not terminated. It's not terminated. And see, I got one mail also. One in that instance is all over. See, now he's reporting that instance reached the highest CPU utilization, because of that is terminated. Maybe like that. The mail he quoted for me. Terminated. Now you can go here. The changes will started to reflect here. So go to instance, and there you can see instance is terminated because it's showing unhealthy. Correct. So go back to your activity history, and here it will detect the lost instance. See, termination is detected. Okay, and what he will do now? He will launch another new one, and immediately, and you get the recovery for that instance. See, that's, yeah. See, this exclamation mark showing you instance is under the launching process. Okay, so let's see. See now, launching new one. Okay, so go back here and try to refresh. There you got one more. Okay, and I don't know where he keep the backup. See, if you want to take, you want to restore your machine again from image, where you take the backup, where you keep the backup. Correct. So, but here, where is? We don't know. So that is something hidden. So in progress, an instance is almost launched, and see the recovery. So now you just copy paste it, and see, you should get the same thing. Correct. This same thing will also happen when instance reach the threshold. Instance reach means automatically he will stop. That is, he will be stopping, means terminating the instance, and again he will start new one. Like that, it will keep on go for increase and for decrease. Increase also he will stop and run. Decrease also he will stop and run. But between 30 to 20. So he will adjust the capacity. So like this, okay, now the question here is, suppose some instance you are running without auto scaling, then what to do with this instance? 3, okay? So 3 instance you have. So there we have. So this whole instance running without auto scaling. So now I want to put this instance auto scaling. There we have option attached to auto scaling group. So there we have existing and there we have attached it. So once you attach this instance, group will increase now. Can you see? Two. And you will attach the existing instance inside auto scaling group. Okay, and what he will do? He will change the name. No S, and there we have a recovery. So after
If
yeah.
if the backup instance also get terminated, is there again any way to get back that?
Which instance I'm attaching right now? No, you are talking about which instance? This one?
No, previously you have terminated one, and we have through auto scaling we have got the backup of that instance, right?
Yes.
If that instance, the backup instance also get terminated, then it will automatically create another one.
No. See, so the backup instance, we don't know where is that backup instance. So this is the instance is running right now. If it is get terminated, then the auto scaling have a copy of this machine, and he will restore it again, and he will push copy newly created machine. About the backup, I don't know where he kept the backup. Not even
Okay.
myself. No one don't know. If something happens wrong in AWS, then only that process will happen. But I'm not responsible for that backup. I don't know where the backup is now running or where they kept.
The instance is recovered and it is up and running as a new instance.
You were talking about the backup
Yeah,
server.
you should not use the term backup.
Okay.
So what we should call what auto scaling?
We can say auto scaling backup server or maybe anything, but anyhow that is not visible to us. So there is no videos, there is no e-books to. They are not discussed about that where he stored, how we can see or not. So that is something transparent. There is no name for that server also. That is auto scaling backup. We can say like that only. See, the name also changed. So like this, another two machines you can also attach with your auto scaling group, and they can be part of the auto scaling here. So now the group sizes has been increased to.
So this earlier launch configuration we kept minimum 1 and maximum 5. So then what does it mean? Only 5
At a time, only one instance will be running. Maximum 5 can be joined.
can be joined.
Yes.
With that auto scaling, we can join only maximum 5.
5. So already 2 joined.
2 joined.
Another 3 can join. Let I join him also.
So this attaching new instance cannot be dynamic.
It will be dynamic. He will keep after few more minutes the what content is running, it also take the backup. He also put the backup of that same server here. Then what is the use of adding to the group? See, this server is nothing. We have launched the empty configuration, and I have added to auto scaling. What auto scaling? The backup we have kept there. Na? One copy also it will be put here. If he terminated, that same backup will come back. That's a group size. You can see now group size will be 4, but minimum what he is saying 1, minimum 1. So the group size is 4, maximum how much 5.
So what I'm asking is you added manually those instance to the auto scaling. So that is manually. But dynamically, based upon performance, we cannot add it at the instant.
See, I have not added those instances while launching auto scaling. It is possible for me to later also I can join the instance. There is no problem. It will take little bit time to make him join completely. So for that, what you're coming to say?
What I'm coming to say is that, for example, real-time scenario. So it is say SQS is having a lot of messages.
Okay.
Okay, and then I thought I will create only 2 instances to process all this message.
Okay.
But my queue is getting piled up later on
Okay.
due to IE inflow.
Okay.
In such case, this auto scaling group, I have kept maximum as 10.
Okay.
So then, do we need to tell to auto scaling that I need to add 5 more instances?
No, not 5 more instance. Suppose I want more server to run inside the polling messages. So maximum how much you get?
I give maximum 10.
So 10 can be having.
It automatically.
Not automatic. You have to join.
I have to
How come he automatically add? You have given maximum minimum. That's all. Based on that only he will do scaling.
But with the help of lambda function, I can.
Lambda function that is separate topic. Via help of lambda function you can execute it.
Just upon queue strength.
Queue strength, yes. That is more closer than this. It will learn more. See the lambda function will work more closer rather than doing manual configuration.
The 1 to 5 instance could run. ஒரே நேரத்துல 5 வர மாதிரி situation
இந்த வந்துச்சு 5.
ஓகே அதுக்கப்புறம்
அதுக்கப்புறம் வராது அவ்வளோதான் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு அதோட அந்த குரூப்போட சைஸ் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு suppose you want to increase the size, here you go edit, there you have edit maximum. Suppose I want 10. Okay, save it. Now you can see it should be 10.
நார்மலா கம்பெனி கிளவுட் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டருக்கு இமெயில் அலர்ட்
அது வந்துட்டே இருக்கும் 6 வந்துருச்சு ஆல்ரெடி.
So all the 6 instances are running the same data.
Yes, same data.
Can we limit threshold separately for each instance?
Yes, not each instance, only group. Here we have edit. Here we have the threshold is scaling policy. There we have edit, and there you can able to limit it. Or you can execute limit. Here you say able to limit. So based on this, this activity will go. And suppose if I deleted auto scaling, for this there is no recovery. See delete, then all the instance will be getting deleted. For this there is no recovery. But if you have image means you can restore it back. Okay, see all terminated. So all machines will be getting.
So we should stop all the instances again manually.
No, once you attach your instance inside auto scaling group, you cannot remove it.
So all the 5 instances.
Yes, everything will be getting deleted. If you delete auto scaling group, it will be deleted. As I told, once you attach your instance inside auto scaling, there is no option to remove it. You cannot remove. It will be there forever. And based on scaling policy, he will take action. Based on you accidentally terminated, he will take action. You can add instance, remove instance. You can add group, add maximum, minimum like that. But you cannot remove that instance from auto scaling group. So, but deleting this group, there is no recovery. So everything is go like that. The organization may have a database server group, web server group, application like that, many groups.
So backup of this group should be taken manually. Image.
That I don't know where he is keeping that image. Image means manually you want to take, you can take. But he also taking on backup. But where he is I don't know. That's why I don't know where he is keeping the backup. Myself, if I take that will be stored here. That already we have seen how to take manually image and restore it. That is not myself. But keep yourself one copy, that is also good. So now if you want to run your instance with your elastic load balancer, first you need to create a load balancer. In my example, I'm going to create application load balancer. Create a load balancer, and there we have application load balancer. create it. So I'm going to internet facing and I'm going to select the multiple availability zone. And there we have existing security groups. So I'm going to use this. And here itself I can create target group. Okay. Last tool there, like we have and I'm going to use index.html and threshold. Okay, click preview. Later also I will put it, created. So now my Elastic load, say application load balance is created. It is now empty. Nothing is here. No target group, nothing, and still it is no instance there. Okay. Okay. So now you go to auto scaling. Launch configuration. Create a launch configuration, and I'm going to add that instance there. There we have ALB group 1. Here itself I can able to configure. Otherwise, after launching instance also I can able to configure. So it may configure here itself. Then, and I'm going to create a existing security group. There we have, I want 2 machines. So that is ELB. Attached to, and there we have the targets. You can see attached. Okay, so if we have classic load balancer, it will show you there. Leave it rest of things. Again, give the scaling policy. So maximum 4. This option they have given. If you're not manually providing, the group size, keep this. Otherwise, let AWS himself create a group size. Keep this group initial size. This means 50-50 like that. Not 20-30 like that. You'll keep 50% for maximum, 50% for increase or decrease like that. Yeah, automatically let me keep this group size initial. But after that, I will check what is the policy he have written. And I don't have any SNS topic for this. So if you want, we can create it also. See, again, lot of messages came from there. So this is for this region. If you don't want this message, try to delete subscription and you will not get any mail from here after. So